Okay. We'll have to let that dry. And then we're gonna be able to add on some more details. Pretty pleased with how all of this is coming along, dude. Hey. So the only details really left to do still are going to be the metallics, the Terminatus decals on the shoulder and then on the knee. And I think that's about it. Oh, and then the lens over here in the top left as well. But I mean, I'm kind of counting that as part of the metallics. Also, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure this part here in the top left, or in the top of the face, pretty sure this is also supposed to be metallic. Painted that as a gray thingy. Is gluing going to be the last step? I mean, we can glue some parts on before the final step. I mean, the only thing left for the head still is a bit of highlighting on all of the metallic details, and that's it. But that takes like 2 seconds. Do we do more painting, guys, or are we gonna switch to some gaming? Up to you guys. Thank you, man. I'm trying. I mean, we could glue the head onto it. Very manageable. How are my nails clean? You can clean your nails, Chad. You can clean your nails. It's entirely possible. You don't need anybody's permission to clean your nails. Let's do a little tiny bit more painting. I'm almost done with the head, and I would like to kind of glue the head into the base if I can. Or into the base. Into the face. Or whatever this top section of the thingy is called. Thank you, dude. Gonna take some of the very bright silver here for the highlighting of the head. You don't have the patience to paint something like this? Fair enough. I mean, I'm not really rushing myself, I'm just chilling. But I know a lot of people that share that sentiment. They don't really see themselves spending a lot of time doing it. I think that's the face done, guys. Pretty pleased with that. Yeah, I tried to make the eyes look glowy, so I purposely have a tiny little bit of an OSL lighting beneath the eye lenses. I don't know if I really love it, but it's pretty good. I can actually tidy up some of these tiny spots as well. Just a little bit. Okay, we'll let that dry and then we can glue that onto the miniature. Should be good. I need to add a little bit of highlighting as well to the thingy in the top left. Okay. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and cover the eye lens in its entirety rather. I'll use like a contrast paint, I guess, to get like a nice glowy effect. Okay, make that look nice and shiny. Only a little line over there. Easy going. Just using a very bright silver to paint the erased up details. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the best way is, Miller, but it's okay, it's okay. We can definitely do a better job at some point. Okay, so I want to paint every single one of these little lines. Without going into the recess. I don't think we have to go all the way side to side necessarily. It's just the side should be slightly more mellow anyway. It's the way that light works. Oh, we can though. We just run the brush kind of like a dry brush almost. And get it into the details. Just need to make sure I don't get it all the way at the bottom. This is learnable, dude. As with anything, it's just time intensive.
Don't close your eyes. Wait until the night is over. I'll show you.
Yeah, we'll have to do some tidying up here, huh?
But hang on just a little.
Got a little bit of a messy,
I will be yours. You will be mine.
a little bit of a messy outline there. We can easily fix that now. We'll have to wait until it's dry.
Just
I think I'm gonna do like a bit of relayering first. Before we highlight all of these sections. So trying to stay out of the recesses. will be yours.
You will be mine. Let it unfold. Your letters intertwined. So don't close your eyes.
Your eyes. Get your lighters out, Chet. Or, lighters? Your phone's flashlights, how about that?
Give into the dark and I'll give you hope. Give into the dark and I'll give you hope. Give into the dark and I'll give you hope. I'll give
Okay. Whew, okay. Not bad. This one's good. That one's good. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Trying to make sure that we get a nice clean base coat again on some of these. It's always difficult to decide exactly how far to go with this sort of thing, but we'll keep like a width about that wide. So relayering first and then highlighting. This will be good. Trying to decide what sort of mini you're gonna paint next. What are the options? Do we have a list? I know you have a little bit of a pile of different versions and miniatures you were thinking of painting, Shiny. Grey Knights is pretty sick. Space Wolves, pretty cool. At least as far as the color schemes go. I don't really know much about the legions themselves, but... Either paint the third crisis suit to complete the unit, or a crude lone spear. Ooh, okay. Those are very different. I've never painted a crit. They look cool. I'm gonna keep the gun relatively simple, by the way. Not really gonna go too crazy with any of the details. Don't really need anything too fancy here. The gun Aquila is going to be a different color than what it is right now. Gonna make that brass. Just adding a little bit of the washback. Still have some on my palette. Trying to get a little bit of color variety in some of these areas. I'm just trying to run it into the deeper parts. I'll try and relayer the skull over here. This is all very quick. Doesn't take too much time. Looking nice. Okay, I think we're gonna try and take out a little bit of super glue, Chet. First off, we have to remove the head. Now, I would like to not rub it off if I can. So I'm gonna take a little piece of paper and just twist. Grab and twist, Chet. That's what we need to do. If I rub the paint off, I'm gonna be very sad. But I think we should be okay. Yep, there we go. Okay. So it was about, yeah, pretty good. Do need to tidy this up just a snap, just a tiny little bit. I guess we can use the clippers. That's the back of the head though. So the back of the head is going to be seated entirely inside the helmet. So this hole over here in the back is going to be invisible. Okay, and then the finicky part is grabbing it and putting it in there. Trying to decide what the easiest way of doing that is. Do I use my big clumsy fingers? Do I use a like a plier type of thing? Put some tape around the pliers. You think this will be easier? Probably not. I think I need to use my my dumb fingers. Dumb finger time. Let me see. Where is my super glue? I need to tidy this place up, guys. My super glue is hiding from me. I knew it. It doesn't want to be glued on. Well, it's going to be difficult to do without my super glue. Oh, found it. The super glue is stuck. So I actually have these pliers over here so I can unscrew my super glue. Because the super glue cap always glues itself, which is quite impressive. Just going to dip a tiny little bit, and we'll just try and put it in there. So it has to go in like so. It's gonna look sick, dude. Don't need a whole lot. Hold it. Fuck yeah, Chad. That looks really nice. I'm very pleased with that. Nice. It'll take a little bit of time to set fully. But that's all we need for today here, for that head. I call it CA glue. No. Super glue, bro. I like to call it cyanacrylite glue as well. How about that? Yeah, we'll have to spend a bit of time tidying up some of the red, but that'll be a straightforward job. There's a few small details that we can still base coat. Like the Aquila. Or the skull, rather. It's cyanoacrylite? Alright, whatever. Gonna use a little bit of Runelord brass. You've been a hobbyist since '94. You still call it super glue? Super glue is okay. It's okay. We're not gonna nerd shame you for calling something a name. We're gonna name call you something though. No, we're not doing that either, actually. So this will be one of the final colors we're adding. I'm gonna be precise here. Cool. Superglue was discovered by accident while trying to create transparent plastic for rifle scopes. It was thrown out as useless and annoying at first. Really? Huh. Wasn't it the same with like regular tape? Not very strong, so what's the point? Have I ever considered painting non-Games Workshop models? Nom Nom Studios just released an Illidan Stormrage model? Dude, I wish Blizzard would like release official ones. I'm always a little hesitant using third-party things because of copyright and all that. It just doesn't feel entirely right to I'm not sure about that specific studio or that particular model, but in general, 3D printing, like there's a lot of, you know, you wouldn't download a car type of moments. You definitely would not be downloading a car, would you? Okay. I want to use the gun bullet casings right over here, whatever it is. I want to add a little bit of color to those as well, just for a bit of variety. Okay. The bottom here is a little bit messy. I'll keep it at least reasonably clean. All right, there we go. These are Rosemary & Co. brushes. This is a 00 Series 33 by Rosemary & Co. Maybe I should get an affiliate link, because I know this is a thing people do. Like, I know they offer affiliate links. But I haven't got one. Okay. You and a missus just recently bought a car. You would have printed it instead. There you go. What did you get now? New car moment. You got a Kia EV6? Yo, those are awesome, dude. I really like the EV6. I think the Kia in general is pretty sick these days. It's funny, man. They really have reinvented themselves in a way with whole electric car things. I feel like I would have never thought about Kias a decade ago, but their new cars are really nice. See a lot of Kias these days, actually. Tail light on those things is interesting. Okay, guys. I think that's where we'll wrap it up for today. We are very close to finishing the whole thing, actually. Next time around, we will finish it. So I've got the base. The base is pretty much already done. I would have changed a couple things, but this is my first time trying to use clay to make a base, and I think overall it looks pretty cool. Bro's gonna be standing on it something like so, We obviously have got the... Oh, dude, I'm very happy with how that helmet is actually tying everything together. Hell yeah, dude. That looks pretty awesome. So we gotta still do some of the metallics. So we gotta finish up the metallic details. That'll be a little bit of work, but honestly not that much. We have the little oath paper thing right over here. Not sure exactly how we're gonna paint that yet, but I think we'll just do like a red stamp and then a papery type of thing below it. I gotta do the lens over here. So the lens in the top left, that one needs a lensy looking color. And then we gotta paint the stone details. So the one on the shoulder pad and then the one on the knee pad. And then we'll obviously have to tidy up a couple of slip-ups as well, especially on the red, especially over here in the back. This is not as tidy as I would like it to be. No, we'll do. It's very shiny in real life. It's very shiny on stream too, but I think I'll hit it all when we're done with the varnish as well, like probably an ultra matte varnish, which is gonna make it look very matte and a little bit more muted, but it'll dull the metallics a bit, but I think it'll look cool. Yeah. All right, let's move those out of the way. And we're gonna go ahead and clean the brushes. And then we'll do some gaming. My thumb, not as fancy as it did yesterday. No, doesn't quite look like I fingered a clown, but you know, we got some. Yeah, the Ultra Matte AK varnish is nice. So I've already applied that to the plate armor once, and yeah, we'll just have to add a little bit more. I did it after I painted all of the red. The finishes you can kind of notice the finishes are a little bit different, but. Don't judge with what I do with my free time, Chad. I feel like you're judging me right now. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some clean water real quick. Gotta make sure that I've cleaned the brushes good, especially with metallic paints. I actually expected this mini to take me longer, to be honest. Like, how long have I been painting this mini for? Maybe 6-7 hours? No, probably more. Maybe 10 hours? Honestly, not bad. I mean, it's pretty small. Now, obviously, it's not about the size of the miniature, but that generally does seem to dictate the speed at which you can paint it, you know? Any miniature is a miniature, chat. If there's one takeaway from today's stream, it should be that. Let that soak for a little bit. I tried to close it, got the wrong lid. When will I paint an anime figurine? Ara, Falcon. Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be like maybe a 15-hour model or so. I honestly don't know. I also spent quite a bit of time building it. I probably spent a good few hours building it too. I did that off stream last week Wednesday. But I mean, I kind of feel like was it last week Wednesday? No, it wasn't last week Wednesday. I think it was actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Have I checked out the Space Wolves? I have checked out the Space Wolves. I've actually just started reading Prospero Burns, which is one of the Horus Heresy books. And I'm pretty sure the Space Wolves are heavily involved in that. Now, this is a question that I have seen on the internet, chat, but I want to have your input. Is it possible to paint the Space Wolf, a Space Marine Space Wolf, without being a furry? Is this allowed? I don't know the rules. It is allowed? The color scheme is amazing, though. I think the act of buying Space Wolves turns you into one? Okay. Well, I would paint a Space Wolf Terminator, right? If I were to paint one. Mostly because I now have a box of 5 Terminators. Space Wolf was your very first army back in 97 or so? They are really cool. I can show you guys the color scheme in case you're unfamiliar with Space Wolves. They are really nice looking. Let me just finish cleaning the brushes here for a sec. Space Wolves are the ones that have all like the Nordic sounding names, right? They all sound like they're Scandinavian, right? Yeah, okay. Space Wolf Heavy Archive. And let me switch to this microphone. Probably sounds a little bit nicer too. Yeah, so they have like a blue grayish armor. I think overall that is a really nice color scheme. Which do you think it would be nicest? Okay, so I still have 4 different Terminator suits like the Terminator that I'm painting right now. Which of these is nice? So I'm currently doing Flesh Terror, which is that guy right over there. We could definitely do an Imperial Fist. I feel like Imperial Fist is cool. Knight of the Raven. I've never seen that before. This is like full metallic. Kind of sick. Good old Ultramarines. Kind of fun. I mean, Ultramarines are like the standard. Nothing too original there, but they look cool. Imperial Fist would be nice. Space Wolf would be nice. White Templar. Dang. White Templar looks cool too. Never seen those before, though. Very stark look. I don't know what White Scar... Oh, this is White Scar right over here. Are White Scar just white with red? Yeah, Salamanders are cool too. Very bright though. Like these are extremely bright green. I think I'll go for some variety. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah. And also, I gotta look at the colors that I have. I kind of feel like making a good old Ultramarine is just like a rite of passage, you know? Because ultimately, Ultramarines are the norm. Like, this is what most people know when they think of Warhammer Marines. Plus, it's a cool color scheme anyway. Just a little overdone. You think Sights of the Emperor look really cool? Ooh. Yellow with black. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. If you're gonna do Ultramarine, save it for a special character. Yeah. I mean, we can do any color scheme we want anyways, right? Like, we don't have to be 100% precise. Deathwing also looks kind of cool. What about this? A bone-looking color. Black Templar? Black Templar is also nice. These are very dark, but then with like blue-greenish highlights. Cream cloaks. Honestly, I think pretty much all of them are cool. What about Dark Angels, chat? I've already painted a Dark Angel, but what about another Dark Angel? I'm down to paint a good old Dark Angel. At least I have all of these colors for certain, like for effect. I want to paint them all. All right. So, final little look at the Flesh Terror that I'm painting up. I feel like with this camera angle, it's a little bit more in perspective as to what the actual size is, because it's pretty tiny. Deathwing are Dark Angels? I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I've seen these in the box art. I didn't realize that those were the same army. That's the ones with the bone armor. Okay, that also explains why they use green, I guess, for the Aquila. Is this like a different... Is this like the old Terminator? Because the one I'm painting looks way cooler than this. These kind of look old somehow. These look weird in comparison to the ones that I'm painting right now. I guess these are just the older version. I'm thinking about painting an Auric though. I think that will be the next project after this one. I want to paint an Iron Jaw. So Iron Jaws, dude, I came across, I gotta show you guys this. And then we'll do StarCraft, okay? I came across a really, really nice paint job of Auric Brutes, I think is what they're called. Dude, look at this. I thought this one looked so nice. Really cool color scheme. And I think something like this would be really fun to paint. He's got, I know he painted like all 5 of them if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's like 5 different types of brutes in the army. And they all have a slightly different look. You're wagging out of your mind right now? I heard that painting yellow is a massive pain in the ass. So maybe we should go ahead and do it. Guys, since last time, aka last stream, I glued the miniature together. So off stream, I spent a little bit of time gluing everything together. I got the arms onto the mini. I glued the miniature onto its base. We are gonna try and see if we can finish the miniature today. I still have a little bit of work to do. We gotta highlight the metallics, for example. I still have to do the stone crosses. They're like on his knee pad and then also over there. And then we also have some tidying up to do. Like, for example, over here on the back. And there's a little bit of work that still needs to be done. But I think we're coming up on finishing the mini. Oh, also, by the way, the lens. You see that little lens in the top left? That also needs to be, yeah. We have a little bit of work to do. I think I can do it all today, though. Do you guys want to see what I did yesterday off stream? I didn't stream yesterday. But I got my next miniature project ready to go that we can go ahead and paint in the near future. Doesn't he look cute? Aww. Aww, he's so sweet. Aw, little orky bro. Yeah, we're gonna paint an orc. That's the plan. Is that Shrek? No, no. Does Shrek have an axe in one of his hands? Yeah, these are pretty small. Yeah, these are pretty small. Anyways. Maybe Shrek can have a, I don't know, maybe he can wear an axe. I'm not exactly sure. Pretty pleased with how this thing has come along, guys. I think we should probably start with the cross on both the shoulder and then the thingy, because we're gonna have to wash that with a paint. And it's going to take a couple of minutes to dry. So it's probably a good idea to start with that. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. I need some paper. Rip and tear, brothers. Rip and tear. Yeah, I also made a custom base again. I did a little bit of clay modeling, just like I did for this one. Except I kept it a little bit more flat. So this is going to be the base of the next miniature. I feel like this is already way better than my first attempt, aka this. I think this is going to look way better when we get to painting it. Like, it's already looking more like rock without me needing to paint it. The previous one didn't really look like rock that much. Let me see. So for the kneecap and the shoulder thingamajig, what did I write down again? We want to base coat it with a stony type of color. I'm trying to decide though what would be best. I think something like this would probably be good. This is like a pretty bright, but still relatively nice looking thing. Gotta shake it. So I have a bit of a problem, guys. Normally I read the chat off of my my laptop, but I forgot charging my laptop. So you guys get to live on my phone today, which feels weird. Oh well. You guys can still be there though, it's okay. You guys are basically sliding in my DMs, yeah. I mean, you already do that all the time, Blue Hair. Don't pretend like you don't. Or was I not supposed to publicize that? Maybe nobody was supposed to know, but all right, well, anyways. I guess our secret is out now. It is what it is. Yeah, you guys are on the small screen today. After this, by the way, after we're done painting, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a game called StarCraft. I know. This will probably come as a surprise to most of you, but I quite like playing this game called StarCraft. It's a bit of a nerdy game, but basically you build an army and then you can watch other people play really good. When you realize that you're never gonna be up to their level. It's pretty sick. Is the music very loud, by the way, or is it okay? Actually, I think it's very low on stream, actually. It's loud on my end, but I think on the stream output it's maybe too low. It's very low? Let me see. There you go. I got you an additional 3 decibels, chat. Congratulations. Hope you enjoy. That's too loud. Ah! Ah! 3 decibels. My mom said I can't listen to music that's louder than 80. Ah! Well, adjust your output volume, dude. Aye, aye, aye. Streamer gets sued for causing hearing damage. $80 decibels is way too loud. Yeah, way too loud, I agree. You're allergic to decibels? Well, I mean, it's hay fever season again, right? So maybe that's also part of it. Are you enjoying hay fever season? The early stages of it. Allergic nerds. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? This is kind of a tricky, tiny little decal to paint. Hey, yay. I do want a decent base coat on it. I used to think I had hay fever until I got an allergy test, and it turns out I don't. Very strange, Jet. I thought for years that I had hay fever. Turns out I'm allergic to a million other things, but not plants. So I now look down upon people that have hay fever, you know, from my ivory tower. Being allergic to things such as dogs, cats, dust mite, you know, a whole load of stuff. But no longer plants. Imagine being allergic to plants, dude. Cringe, am I right? You're allergic to Dutch people? Yeah, I saw they announced the StarCraft war game. Apparently there is a StarCraft war game currently in the making that will be coming out sometime next year. They haven't really dropped a lot of details on it. But this is like a tabletop war game. We were literally talking about that on stream a couple days ago. And the fact that I thought it was insane that Blizzard never had done something like that. Well, they're not doing it themselves. This is like a third party that got the rights, I guess, the license to be doing something in StarCraft land. It's not made by the Blizzard teams, but you know. If they have cool models, I'm definitely down to paint it, yeah. But I mean, it'll be a little bit. It's not gonna be out anytime soon. Somebody at Blizzard drew up a contract. That already says a lot, dude. That's crazy. Legal was like, what? StarCraft? We've not heard of that in a long time. What's StarCraft? But they got the agreement done, apparently. You think they'll reach out to me, guys? I mean, I am the perfect candidate to be promoting StarCraft miniatures. Let's be real here for a second. Let's be real here for a second. Probably not, huh? Maybe, I don't know. Hey, what's going on, Drizzy? You hate how my painting is going? Thanks. Given the time I've been painting? Right. Thanks, dude. They'll probably get Tasteless and Artosis to promote it. They're like, no, guys, what? Those guys have never held a paintbrush before in their lives. Day 9, once again, pops in. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I figured, Rizzy. I figured. They give it to Winter. Winter's like, what's a brush? I've never even... Since getting to kindergarten, I haven't held one of those. No, we'll see. I hope that the minis turn out to be awesome. I am definitely interested in painting it. Okay. Let's let that dry for a little bit, because it's a bit stark, eh? A little bit stark. Winter would be like, why did they send them unpainted? Yeah. Yo!
Your painting skills became so good, Lowko.
Thanks,
Very
dude.
nice.
I mean, I kind of spilled over a little bit here. So we will have to fix that in a moment, but... I think this is my nicest mini so far, yeah. I'm pretty pleased with how this one has come along. I spilled a little bit. Getting a little bit of the original base coat back onto the palette. I should paint Dante next. I'm gonna be painting an orc next. An orc brute.